Assalamu alaikum. This is Mir Muhammad Ali Khan and welcome to the Mir Mac Show. This is the first time I'm making a video for Mir Mac Show in English because I want the message to be spread to the world. This video is very important and close to my heart. This is about what India is doing in Kashmir. My first reaction, as was everybody else's, was anger, anguish, rage, whatever you want to call it. And when that started to subside, obviously I started to do more and more research. I had made a small little live video for Twitter a night before they did this to Kashmir, where they abolished Article 370 of the Constitution. I had, and 35A, I had said that, and I had given a hint. I had a little bit of information, so I had given a hint that they're about to do that. They did it. You think the world is quiet? Nah. Pakistan is going through rage? Yes, it is. Let me tell you why this is a blessing in disguise. After having done a lot of research, spoken to a lot of experts who don't want to appear on camera and tell you this, so I'm here on their behalf. This is a blessing in disguise, and I will prove it to you in a second. Let me start by the filth I call this Modi and its parliament and Amit Shah. They have dropped an axe on their own feet. Allah works in mysterious ways at times. Filth, I'm calling them, because if they go back on the promise their first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, had made on the record to the world, if they break that, if they have broken that promise, then that means they don't respect their own forefathers. Let me read this to you first before I start and talk about what I want to talk about. Amrita Bazar Patrika, Calcutta, India, January 2nd, 1952. And I have this in my hand because I want to read it word to word to you. This is Jawaharlal Nehru, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's words. Kashmir, and I quote, "Kashmir is not the property of India or Pakistan. It belongs to the Kashmiri people. When Kashmir acceded to India, we made it clear to the leaders of the Kashmir people that we would ultimately abide by the verdict of the plebiscite. If they tell us to walk out, I would have no hesitation in quitting Kashmir. We have taken the issue to United Nations and given our word of honor for a peaceful resolution. As a great nation, we cannot go back on it. We have left the question for final solution to the people of Kashmir, and we are determined to abide by their decision." Unquote. Great nation, up yours. Given your word means nothing, Indians. Simple as that. Why this is a great thing that has happened? Because in a rush, they have bifurcated Kashmir, Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh. Jammu and Kashmir have about 95% Muslim population, and I quote again, so I am never mistaken. Kashmir Valley has 95% Muslim population. Jammu has 30% of Muslim population. Ladakh has 46% of Muslim population. As in Azad Kashmir, which is on our side, is 100% of Muslim population, and the other parts, which was Gilgit and Baltistan, is 99% Muslim population. By abolishing Article 370, which had given certain rights to Indians and certain rights to the people of Jammu and Kashmir, before abolishment of Article 370, special powers were exercised by Jammu and Kashmir. Now there'll be no special powers. And this is interesting, don't get angry, because it will boil your blood. Before they had dual citizenship, now they can only have Indian citizenship. Before they had a separate flag for Jammu and Kashmir, now they will have the Indian flag. Article 360, financial emergency, was never applicable. Now India can apply financial emergency. No reservation for minorities such as Hindus and Sikhs, meaning they had no preferential treatment. Now minorities will be eligible for 16% reservation in Jammu and Kashmir. Indian citizens from other states cannot buy land and property. That was before. Now anybody can buy land and property. This is especially an Israeli model where we're bringing people from all over the world, settle them on Palestinian lands, build the houses so they can't move out. But Israeli model doesn't work in India. Duration of legislative assembly for 6 years before. Now it's 5 years, no big deal. If a woman from Jammu and Kashmir marries out of state, she would have lost the citizenship of the state. Now, if a woman marries out of state or out of the country, they added another thing, she will still retain all her rights and Indian citizenship. Panchayats did not have any rights in Jammu and Kashmir before. Now, panchayats will be able to decide the fate. Right to education was not applicable. Now, children in the state will benefit from right to education. Simply put, if you really think this will stop at Jammu and Kashmir, let me take you a step further. 370, Article 370 of the Constitution includes Jammu and Kashmir as a disputed area into India. Now this is the beauty. People of Nagaland, people of Assam, people of Manipur, people of Sikkim, people of Mizoram, all these people are gonna go crazy right now because Article 370A deals with Nagaland in the same way it dealt with Jammu and Kashmir. Article 370B deals with Assam in the same way it dealt with Jammu and Kashmir earlier. Article 371C deals with Manipur in the same way. Article 371F deals with Sikkim in the same way it dealt with Jammu and Kashmir. Article 371G deals with Mizoram in the same way and constitutional provisions. Now do you think all the people, hundreds of millions of people in these 5 states will not be worried that India is going? And these are the places, Nagaland, Assam, Manipur, where India has been having problems and resurrections and revolution type anti-state activity for decades and decades. Do you think these people will keep quiet? No. These people have been spooked. These people know now that if government of India and government of Modi, I say Modi more so because nobody dared to do this before. Government of Modi, if they can do this to Jammu and Kashmir, they can do it to Mizoram, they can do it to Nagaland, they can do it to Assam, they can do it to Manipur, and they can do it to Sikkim. So, let's celebrate this. Let's celebrate this idiosyncrasy, the biggest mistake of Modi. Rahul Gandhi today stood up against this and tweeted. 70 to 80% of intellectuals, I'm not talking about those bhakts, the idiotic bhakts of Hindutva. 70% of Barkha Dutt is against it. One of the most famous, I'm not saying intellectual, one of the most famous journalists, internationally renowned, writes for Washington Post and New York Times, everywhere. Every other politician, not just opposition, is against this. This is going to create, it's just been 48 hours, right? So we don't see much. This is going to create, in these 5 states, Nagaland, Assam, Manipur, Sikkim, and Mizoram, believe me, these people will rise. They will rise against India. And Jammu and Kashmir, for how long will they cut the internet? For how long they will have the landlines frozen and suspended? For how long they will have no access to TV? They can't do it indefinitely. And the moment this curfew is over, 144, section 144, where people, more than 3 people cannot get together, these people of Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir will rise along with the people of other 5 states. They will rise. This is a blessing in disguise. Jammu and Kashmir is about to get independence. Think logically. Think with a calm heart. Think this is a checkmate by him, by letting them do the most idiotic thing. I am very angry. I was very angry, but the more research I have done, the more I have calmed myself down, the more people who have spoken to, who know billion times more than me. I am nobody. I don't know much about these things, but I'm a student, so I keep digging up things, and I am coming to a final conclusion. This is a blessing in disguise. And my message to the people of Kashmir: our lives are with you. Our hearts are with you, our minds are with you, our money is with you, our words are with you, our struggle is with you. Kashmir banega Pakistan. Inshallah, Pakistan Zindabad.